The purpose of our discussion today is to revisit the preparation and the response to these past weather events and to identify areas for improvement. We must also continue to address the root causes of these conditions and find ways to work together across all sectors of our community to address our resiliency here in South Florida.
Thank you also to Barry University's Earth Sustainability Program and the CLEO Institute for hosting this discussion. We must also address the root of the problem. My administration is acting on countywide efforts to mitigate the impacts of climate change and prepare for future storms and flooding, because water does not care about municipal boundaries or anything else that divides us.
Can we stop framing the torrential downpours as once-in-a-millennium moments and understand them as ongoing challenges that must be systematically addressed rather than dismissed because of their supposed infrequency? How can residents be better equipped to understand these potential hazards?
We could have been having this conversation a generation ago. We're not. We're having this conversation today. And that means that the water is rising swiftly, and that we need to talk about not just reducing greenhouse gases at the same time that we talk about mitigating their effects and learning to live with the water in South Florida. But what has struck me the most in all my years of writing about this is that the path to a sustainable, survivable future in South Florida is really narrow, and that we keep making it more narrow by putting more greenhouse gases into the atmosphere.
This is the elephant in the room. We are just putting too much carbon pollution into our atmosphere, which is warming our planet, which is warming our ocean, which is making all these events stronger, exacerbated, more costly. At the end of the day, this is a solvable crisis. We have the solutions to reduce greenhouse gases. What we have is an agency gap, and it's that collective will that we need to really spark, so we are able to confront the crisis with the speed and scale that it deserves.
This goes real deep because the infrastructure that is in place in the stormwater systems is something that was designed 50 years ago. And, 50 years ago, nobody thought about climate change. They never thought about greenhouse gases. They never thought about global warming. They never thought about the waters getting warmer. These events are going to keep coming. They're going to come faster. They're going to come more. They're going to be more intense. They're going to drop more water. They're going to hang around more. So we as a community need to be ready to respond and be able to take care of those issues. And I will say this, we can't do it alone. Without organizations like the CLEO Institute and some of these other non-governmental organizations helping to get the message out, pushing the button, we're never going to accomplish. So I'm very thankful that we're having these conversations and that we're pushing it forward.
Thank you all for being part of this conversation. I want to thank all of the folks who put this together behind the scenes, and in particular for all the participants who attended and listened in. We look forward to more conversations and more partnerships and more opportunities to help make this great city and the county that we call Miami-Dade the best place to live. So thank you very much, everyone.